All right, it's Media Day. We are talking 9-6A with Naaman Forest Head Coach Jesse Perales. Coach is just back from hip surgery, so let's give him some time to get these answers out. Who knows if painkillers are in there or not? I don't know what's going on. Keep the pain down, Coach. But the pain last year was seeing that star-studded team at Garland kind of go through that district fairly easily, but those guys graduated. So this district's up for grabs. The Rangers have just as good a chance as anybody else. Talk about your chances in this 9-team district.
Well, I feel like we have a great chance, but a lot of winning district championships, they're so hard to come by, and so I think a lot of things have to happen right for us. But we have the players to do it. We have the coaching staff to do it. Obviously, we've done it in the past, but every year is different, and there's a lot of parity in this division and this district. There's a lot of parity, so we're gonna have to go out there and earn it. And I feel like we have a great chance to do that. I feel like we got the people to do it. We just got to go out there and get it done.
This district adds Wiley East, and they have probably one of the better athletes in the district with Terrell Washington Jr. in there. And then you got, we talked about, you got Saxey and Rowlett and teams that you're used to. North Garland making the playoffs for the first time in a while. But how does the new blood like a Wiley East does that change anything, or does it just make it, okay, now I got to beat out 5 teams to make the postseason, or instead of just 4?
Yeah, I really feel like it's going to be very difficult for anybody to go undefeated in this district because there's so many teams. And we don't know. I don't know much about Wiley East. I don't really talk to their coach much or know much about them, but I know that we'll prepare for them, when it's our week to play them as if they're the best team in the state like we do everybody else. So, I know their facilities are good and, they're going to be a great opponent. I don't know a whole lot about them right now.
Well, in order to win a district in a 9-team district, you got to be big in the trenches, and God bless it. If you ain't big in the trenches, I don't know who is. With Marcus and your son down there, 3-year starter, Justice. Talk about your line and how that may be an advantage for the Rangers.
Yeah, I really feel like that's our strengths, of our team, O-line and D-line. We do have some good-sized guys. We got some guys that like to move earth, and so I think so goes offensive line, so goes the game. And if we can give our young quarterback some time and if we can open some holes for our stable of running backs that we have. We don't have one guy. We're going to go with 2 or 3 guys this year. So I think we have an opportunity to really run the clock and ground and pound it a little bit more so than we've done in the past. And so I feel like that could be a big advantage for us. We do have an experienced O-line and D-line, so we're real excited about that.
When you talk about it, when you have a guy like Marcus Steele on your team, and he can go both ways, but you don't want to tire him out either. How many snaps do you hope that a big guy like that gets? Or that's
yeah, I think last year, man, he took too many snaps, and we really feel like coming into this year, we're going to have to rest him a little more. And so hopefully now we've got some offensive line depth where we can give him some breathers on offense. And we definitely have some defensive line depth, so we'll be able to give him some breathers there. He's not going to be getting 140, 150 snaps a game like he did last year. But if he were to, he'd be great with it. I think Marcus is in great shape. He's worked really hard, and obviously he's done it before, but it's not something he's not used to. And so if he'll do whatever we ask him to do. We just hope as a coaching staff we can limit those reps a little this year and save them for a little bit, for down the stretch a little bit.
You guys have 6 returners on offense and defense, but maybe some of the skill position players aren't returning. You got some new guys in there. You already mentioned how you're going to use a bunch of different running backs, a couple, 2, 3, and do you have your son Devo playing quarterback for you this year? And
yes.
Talk about how the skill position on offense might look for you.
Well, we, at the receivers position, we're young, we're very talented, but we're young, and so it's kind of the unknown there. We don't know how they're going to respond. We have great confidence in our guys, and we know they can get in there and step in and play, but you just never know what you're going to get every Friday night. So we hope that a couple preseason games and a scrimmage, and we can really try to get them up to speed a little bit. One of them, probably one of our best receiver, Hayden Denton, was a freshman on varsity last year and started 7 games for us. So he's coming back, and he didn't have a lot of catches or anything, but we feel like this year he can really sprout out, and he'll be a sophomore, and he'll lead part of a very talented, skilled group, but they're also very young, which is great for the future. But we really need them to grow up and mature right away.
Just as curiosity, as a coach of sons that play for you, do you and you have a younger skill position type squad, do you look to those guys and say, hey, listen, I'm the head coach, but I kind of need you to be the leaders? They may look to you to be the leaders because you're going to hear from me maybe off the field as well as on the field. You'll hear from me at home. Can you guys also be the leaders on the field or in the locker room? Or do you
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Football never stops for my sons because they get it at school and then they get it at home, and they get it all around. So our son D'Angelo, who's a quarterback, I mean, he gets it from me every single day. How he needs to step up and be a leader, and he's responded thus far. He's responded great, and so I really feel like those skilled guys. He has their attention, he has their ear, and then on the line, of course, I think Justice, being one of our captains, he really has everybody's ear, and so it helps that I'm able to communicate with them a little more than normal, and they really understand me and know what I'm thinking before I even say it. So that helps a lot.
That's awesome. I guess we didn't touch on the defense that much, except for Marcus on there. What are you looking for in the defense? Where's some of your strengths and weaknesses?
Yeah, as always, we want our defense to be physical. We want them to really fly to the football. And I think, again, on that side of the ball, our D-line, we've got some experience there, and we've got some couple linebackers that can just really run and get to the ball. So we want to be physical. We want to dictate our type of football, our brand of football, which is a physical, clean football. And so we're looking forward to it. We know there's work to be done, but I love our attitude and our coaches' attitudes, and we'll make the changes that we need to make to be successful on that side of the ball. So we're ready to go.
Well, in a non-team district, you only got the 2 non-districts. So who do you have as your non-district games, and how do you hope they help you?
So we open up with Louisville, who's a really, really good team. They've got several Division I players and probably one of the best secondaries in the state. So we really look forward to that challenge, and that's our first home opener. So they're going to come over here, and we know they're going to be tough, and it's going to help us get better down the road. I love playing tough teams in the preseason because it gets you better for district. It prepares you for district. And then our second game, we travel over to Plano East. They have a new coach, Coach Benedetto, who did some outstanding things at Woodrow. Now he's at East, so we don't really know much about him. We're going to have to scout them out. But I think, playing some of these bigger schools gives us an opportunity to improve and to get better, to know what we have and know what we need to do and focus on the things that we can get better at.
Well, Coach, I appreciate you joining me, and good luck in the playoffs. I know you guys, as a district, want to get revenge on 10-6A from last year. So as you get into the playoffs, if you make the postseason, let's make it a long ride, and I appreciate you joining us.
That'd be great. Thank you very much, and I appreciate you having us. Go Naaman Forest.